the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Ravens played their butts off all season long.
It's back to the nest for the Ravens. Their sights on the Super Bowl dashed by the Chiefs in Baltimore. How fans feel about the flock. And tensions rise. U.S. troops killed in the Middle East, dozens hurt in a drone strike. What the White House says about rising tensions with Iran. Some senators calling for a strong response. And facing fines, the crackdown on D.C. drivers in bus lanes, how much you could pay and what residents feel about the changes tomorrow. And we're stretching your dollar, starting to file your taxes tomorrow as well. How to get your refund fast and who can help you file for free.
And still seeing some rain in the area. I'll show you the latest radar image and what to expect with temperatures overnight going into your Monday to start a brand new work week.
And we have breaking news in Virginia. Police in Falls Church say that this teenage girl and her young brother are believed to be in extreme danger, and they want your help to find them. You can see siblings 13-year-old Summer Burris and 4-year-old Connor Burris last seen walking near the 100 block of Rowell Court. Officials say that they were last seen on that area this afternoon near Leesburg Pike and Southwest Street. Summer was last seen with a blue hoodie, shorts, and orange Crocs. Connor with a light-colored T-shirt, dark blue pants, and sneakers. And good evening. Thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 9. I'm Ben Dennis. Our top story tonight across the DMV, the Baltimore Ravens season is officially over. That's following their 17-10 AFC Championship loss to Kansas City Chiefs. Our Jake Rahm and Alex Flum joined us from M&T Bank in Baltimore with a recap of that matchup.
The biggest game in Charm City in half a century, ending in disappointment here Sunday night for the Baltimore Ravens. Chiefs coming up with the win 17-10 and advancing to the Super Bowl, Jake.
Yeah, very defensive game. 3 points only in the second half going to the Ravens. And it just felt like when the Ravens had a chance to get back in this one, turnovers, the Chiefs defense come into play, and they have kept teams from scoring a lot of points in the second half. Baltimore, great season, but unfortunately ending in disappointment.
Stings a lot, one game away from our goal to, play in a spot for the Super Bowl, and, obviously came up short.
You put so much work into it every day, every off-season day, the grind, OTAs, training camp, it's just tough to see the outcome of something that you was working for as a collective unit.
It's a one-game season at this point, and we didn't win this game, so we got to live with that and go into the offseason with something to build on.
So for the Kansas City Chiefs, it's their 4th Super Bowl in the past 6 seasons, all those seasons obviously with quarterback Patrick Mahomes. For Lamar Jackson, his first AFC Championship game, unfortunately not going the way he wanted to.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a day when we see Lamar Jackson hoist the Lombardi Trophy, but it's not going to happen this year. Again, the Chiefs beating the Ravens 17-10 here in the AFC Championship game at M&T Bank Stadium. He's Jake Rahm, I'm Alex Flum. We'll have much more in sports and tonight on Game Night at 11 p.m.
Alex and Jake, thanks. And what you likely know all too well, that romance between Kansas City's Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift continued tonight. The couple you can see embracing on the Ravens turf after the game. Coming up in a few minutes, however, our Dave Laval joins us from a local DMV bar to hear how fans are reacting to that championship game. And time is 9:03 this Sunday evening. Over to Scott Sumner. Scott, beautiful shot of Reagan National right now in the National Harbor. Got to look at that radar with the rain in some of our area.
Yeah, just south and east of Reagan National and the district, heavy rain here along 301 and other side roads in this area like 220, St. Charles, Waldorf, Capitol Estates, Forest Grove, and extending further to the north. This is all in Charles County here. We're looking at some real intense rain, no lightning or anything, but really heavy rain. And there's the district right there. And then the further north you go, the further west you go, not picking up any moisture in the form of rain. But you see our future radar continue to take that blob of heaviest rain and push it further to the south and the east across portions of Calvert County, St. Mary's County, and even southern portions of Anne Arundel County. So again, we're looking at that type of scenario over the next couple of hours. Now, planning your evening this evening, going into the wee hours of the morning, you may be one that has to get up really early Chance of rain here, at least through about midnight, and then around 4 o'clock, just cloudy. Temperatures at that point in time, upper 30s here in the district. Now, we do have some mountain snow that will impact you overnight tonight in Garrett County, going over into parts of Allegheny County. And again, there's some river flooding. I'll cover that in the main weather in a little bit. A windy start to the week, some dry days ahead, and seasonable temperatures this week. No extreme cold or extreme heat like we had the last couple of weeks. But we'll talk about it and show it to you with a 7-day forecast.
Looking forward to it. Thank you, Scott. Developing right now, a live look at the Pentagon as 3 U.S. troops were killed overnight in the Middle East. 25 hurt in a drone attack in an American base in Jordan. President Biden says a radical Iran-backed militant groups there behind it. He says the first family grieves the loss of these warriors in this despicable and wholly unjust attack, adding that the U.S. will hold all those responsible to account at a time and a manner of our choosing. Now, several GOP senators calling on the White House to respond to Iran. Texas Senator John Cornyn saying, quote, target Tehran, that's Iran's capital. South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham saying, quote, hit Iran now, hit them hard. In the DMV, West Virginia Senator Shelley Moore Capito saying the U.S. needs to reestablish deterrence against Iran with a decisive response. Plus, Democratic Virginia Senator Tim Kaine responding, no direct mention of targeting Iran, but saying the U.S. must do more to protect our service members in the region. And new tonight, University of Maryland police, they're investigating an off-campus robbery. Police say that a man was approached by 3 suspects in College Park, a man and 2 women, and when he was getting off an elevator in an apartment building. That was on Baltimore Avenue around 3 a.m. The suspects allegedly demanded he let them up the elevator. When the victim refused, suspects reportedly assaulted him, stole some of his belongings. The victim sustained minor injuries. That investigation is ongoing. In D.C., get ready to pay a price if you illegally park, drive, or stop in a bus-only lane. Well, starting tomorrow, the city will start fining drivers $100 if they do it. The fine is the second phase of the Clear Lanes program. Phase 1 started in November, and that was for bus zones, which is the area around a bus stop. Bus lanes are usually painted red. People we spoke to in the district say that they like the move because it makes roads safer for everyone to use.
You're going with the flow of traffic and your bike, but just people park there, and then you have lines of cars, and then you need to merge into the main lane, and you don't want to get run over.
I think that's a good thing, especially, have people waiting for the buses, people with disabilities and stuff like that. Definitely wouldn't want that, to be blocking off the buses and stuff like that. I think it's really good for the city.
And if you want to learn more about bus lane and bus zone enforcement, visit d.dc.gov/Clear Lanes program. And heads up, Metro riders, 4 metro stations remain closed: Glenmont, Wheaton, Forest Glen, and Silver Spring because of some Purple Line project construction. That line isn't part of the Metro system right now, but Metro officials say because of the proximity of the future rail line to Metro's Red Line, trains are unable to operate. Metro will also use the time to do maintenance work. Shuttle service will replace trains along that stretch. D.C.'s Department of Transportation, they're recommending major changes along the H Street corridor in Northeast. Part of their bus priority project, they include creating bus-only lanes and streetcar-only lanes on both sides of the street between 3rd and 14th. The proposal also calls for what are called bulb outs. That's where the sidewalk extends into a parking lane. Now, DDOT says the sidewalk extensions will eliminate the need for a bus to pull in and out of traffic lanes, increasing safety. There's also a proposal to allow buses and the streetcar bypass traffic at 14th. Over in Maryland, one state delegate has introduced a bill to help improve fire safety in residential high-rises. Delegate Lori Charkoudian announced earlier this week that Melanie Nicole Diaz Fire Safety Act has been introduced in the State House. The bill is named after the 25-year-old woman who died in the Arrive Apartments in Silver Spring last year. This isn't the first time a bill has been introduced in the state legislature to address the fire at that apartment. Last year, a similar bill was introduced, but it didn't pass in the 2023 session. This year's session goes on until April the 8th. And it was a deadly year on the roads in Maryland. 600 people were killed in traffic-related crashes. Tonight, Kevon Dupree tells us about a local organization that's raising awareness on how simple changes we can make can save lives.
There were more traffic-related deaths in Maryland last year than in any of the previous 17 years. Now Safe Roads Maryland is informing drivers and pedestrians about the importance of practicing safe roadway habits every day. Montgomery County roads are busy as drivers head home. And Safe Roads Maryland founder John Singh is encouraging drivers to take their time to create a safer roadway environment for everyone.
Drive no faster than the speed limit. Leave a little bit earlier. The chances of you living to see the next day will be much greater.
Singh says he's advocating for better roadway safety practices now more than ever because there were 600 traffic fatalities across the state in 2023.
Each individual person woke up that morning during 2023 someday and thought they were going to see the next day, and they didn't.
He says there's 4 main factors that contribute to dangers on the road.
Number 1, speeding. Just slow down. Number 2, driving under the influence. Third is buckle up. And finally, it's distracted driving.
Safe Roads Maryland's ultimate goal is to have 0 traffic fatalities. Singh says it's a goal that can be achieved by everyone doing their part when they get behind the wheel.
Slow down, respect other drivers, don't drive under the influence, buckle up, and put the cell phone down.
Reporting in Albany, I'm Kevon Dupree, DC News Now.